இன்னைக்கு நம்ம ஜேம்ஸ் குக் யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஆஸ்திரேலியாவோட சிங்கப்பூர் கேம்பஸை பற்றி பார்க்க போகிறோம். They attract lot of students from all over the world, especially இந்தியாவிலேருந்து நிறைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வராங்க.
attendance issue இருக்கட்டும், student pass issues இருக்கட்டும், இங்க தான் வருவாங்க students.
So we have 5 blocks and all blocks have different types of classrooms. This is called Apple room, where individual tables has their own screens. Theater system classroom will be there. Individual sitting arrangement classroom will be there.
This is the library. Okay, we have 2 floors for the library.
In James Cook University, every single student will have their access to the timetable. We are in the middle of 2 MRT stations. You can see the metro going on. That's the bridge. Within 5 to 10 minutes walking, you will be able to reach any of these MRT stations. So this is our Dean's list. So every trimester we publish this list whereby students have done academically very well and they have been recognized to be on the Dean's list. This is a basketball court. Of course, we do have volleyball court as well, badminton court which are upstairs.
1979 லேந்து கேம்ஸ்லாம் இருக்கு. So you can see over here. ஸோ நம்மளுக்கு கேம்ஸ் டிசைன்னு ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராம் கூட இருக்கு. இதுதான் நம்மளோட கொரியன் அண்ட் ஜப்பனீஸ் ரெஸ்டாரண்ட். வெஸ்டர்ன் கூட இருக்கு. And for students, salad bowl kuda irke.
They are known for a lot of students from India comes to, this year seems like a lot of students comes for psychology and business and other things actually. Let's go and ask them actually. வணக்கம் நேயர்களே, இன்னைக்கு நம்மளோட காயத்ரியும் ஜேம்ஷாவும் ஜேம்ஸ் குக் யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஆஸ்திரேலியாவிலேருந்து இணைஞ்சிருக்காங்க. ஆஸ்திரேலியா அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா? ஆனால் they have a university at Singapore. Let's welcome them. Thanks for joining in the podcast actually.
Thank
so
you.
Yeah, I mean, is this the only university of Australian university has a university status in Singapore?
Absolutely yes. So we are the only Australian institute having a university status in Singapore.
That's amazing. So in Singapore campus, எவ்வளோ students இருக்காங்க? I mean, like, you know, how many nationalities are there actually?
Actually நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு 40க்கு மேல
40
nationalities
nationalities are there. Oh, great.
Easily,
Yeah,
easily.
40 plus.
Yeah, 40 nationalities இருக்கு. And ஒரு இயர்ல வந்து at least ஒரு 3000 students வராங்க.
So how many typically, I mean, what kind of students or number of students comes from India?
Okay.
And why did they choose Singapore campus than an Australian campus actually?
Yeah, typically a few reasons I would say. One is, of course, Tamil is one of the local languages spoken in Singapore.
Yeah, that's true.
one.
That's true.
Very close to Tamil Nadu again.
Yeah, that's
Within
right.
3.5-4 hours flight, direct flight, and
Yeah.
at least 15 to 20 flights a day.
Yeah.
So that's another reason. Third thing is our undergraduate programs are a 2-year program.
Oh, is it not 3 or 4 years, is it?
No,
Academically
just 2
3
years.
years,
Okay.
but in duration it will be 2 years
Oh,
program.
that's superb. I mean, that means less than about 20 years they have a possibility to finish their undergraduate actually.
Yeah.
Absolutely yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is this an awarding body? I mean, the certificate come from, I mean,
James Cook Australia.
James Cook Australia.
Yes.
That's great. Okay. So do they have an opportunity to do the final year in Australia?
They can actually after one semester
Okay.
அவங்க வந்து ஆஸ்திரேலியாவுக்கு போலாம்.
Pola. Oh, okay. So is it for only one semester or a year or
A year.
A year.
If for a year
ஒரு-
also they
ஒரு
can go
வருஷத்துக்கு
there.
போலாம்.
Okay. Do they get that? I mean, like, you know, post because Singapore does not provide a post-study work if it is a, I mean, private university. Only public university has the choice actually.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, you know, doing an undergraduate or a master's, because like Indian citizen, there is a possibility that if they finish a master's in Australia, they get the 3 years post-study work. Undergraduate, they get a 2 years of post-study work actually. Okay.
Okay.
Are they eligible for those things actually?
In Singapore, they are not eligible to post-study work rights. We do not have that in place.
Yeah.
But let's say if student transfer after first year of undergrad then goes to Australia campus,
Yeah.
if they minimum spend 24 months, they are
okay.
eligible to apply.
Correct.
Of course, subject to approval by the immigrations and things like that.
Yeah, as you rightly said, like, you know, Australia has a, I mean, like, you know, policy that minimum they have to spend 24 months of time
Yes.
to,
Yes.
I mean, eligible for the post-study work actually.
Yes.
So, I mean, when it comes to cost, because that's one area which everybody wants to know actually, okay. So, I mean, how different or how expensive compared to instead of studying at Australia, if I study here? So, what is the fees difference actually?
On an average, around 30-35% lower fees at our Singapore campus
Okay.
for our undergraduate as well as postgraduate programs.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one. The duration, I already mentioned that as well. So a typical MBA program, right? In
Okay.
Singapore campus will be around 40 plus thousand Singapore dollars.
Okay.
Yeah, and an undergraduate will be around 67,000 dollars. This is full program,
Full
not
program.
per year fees. It's
Okay.
a full program fees.
Yeah. If I'm not wrong, in our Australian campus for an undergraduate, nothing less than 100K for the 3 years.
Around there, I would
Around
say.
that actually.
Yeah.
Around that actually.
Slightly
Okay.
lower, but around there.
Around that amount.
Yeah.
Good to good.
Even accommodation, I must say,
Yeah.
it's way higher in Australia.
In way higher actually. Do
I
you
think-
provide any accommodation in the in the campus?
Okay, நம்மளுக்கு accommodation இல்ல, but then we have tied up partners.
That's good,
So
yeah.
that நம்மளுக்குன்னு ஒரு accommodation team இருக்கு.
Okay.
So students வந்து join பண்ண போது they can look for these accommodation team
Okay.
members.
Okay.
அவங்க வந்து கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு
So you assist them to get the accommodation
Yes,
actually.
that's right,
Okay.
yeah.
So new student do not have to run around to find out
No.
is it a good
But
place.
of course, students இப்ப வந்து அவங்களுக்கு பிடிச்ச மாதிரி ஒரு location வேணும்னு சொன்னாங்கன்னா they can find themselves.
On their own,
But of
obviously.
course, நம்மளும் வந்து we will help them on our end.
Yeah,
as
that
well.
will be a great
Yeah.
help for the parents. The biggest
of course.
challenge, parents look for it.
Yes, of
I mean,
course.
like, finding a right accommodation.
Yeah.
It's not about finding an accommodation, finding the right one.
Yeah.
So, as a university, you guide them saying, like, these are all the
Yes.
partners
Yeah.
for you.
Yes.
That's amazing.
In fact, we have a portal, accommodation portal, where
Okay.
all our partner accommodation providers
Listed
are
down.
listed there.
Amazing.
So students will be able to filter the partners through the distance between JCU to the residence,
Okay.
Also their
or by
budget.
cost,
Okay.
budget as well.
Okay.
So yeah, we will facilitate those.
So,
things
which
for
are all the
sure.
program you see there is a huge or a good career opportunity because for an international student who's coming to Singapore is mainly for after studying they're looking at the possibilities to working here.
Yeah.
Which are all the program you see there is a skill shortage in Singapore actually?
If I put it across in terms of popularity, right? Of course,
Yeah.
business programs will come
Business.
number one as well.
Okay,
But then psychology program is picking up really well.
that's good.
Our September intake, we had a huge demand for psychology program,
programs,
especially
yeah.
undergraduate.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and thereafter, of course, we have IT programs as well with
Okay.
multiple
So
specialization.
you also have data science, cybersecurity,
Absolutely.
all those
Yes,
things
that's
actually.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But your major numbers is for undergraduate, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Around
Okay.
And also
67,
actually our
68%.
MBA as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
We have a
That's
lot of
good.
them for MBA.
That's good.
as
Good.
well.
In general, because especially from Tamil
Yeah.
Nadu,
Yeah.
I see there's a lot of people looking Singapore option for UG than a
That's correct.
master's actually.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
typically, right, when a student comes to do an undergraduate program, they'll be around 17, 18-year-old.
Okay.
Within 2 years, so
Yeah.
by 20, they will
Okay.
complete the undergraduate program.
That's
And
great.
then may choose to go to far off country because by then they'll be more matured.
Enough to-
Age-wise.
Yeah.
They'll be able to take decision which university or country
Yeah.
will be
Very true.
good for their future.
Very true.
So James Cook University Singapore இது வந்து ஒரு stepping stone மாதிரி for them to move on
Yeah.
to other countries.
See here, you talked about age. There is a typical challenge go through in that ages because first time
Yeah.
they're coming out of home.
Yeah.
Okay. So they may go through some mental challenges.
Of
Do you
course.
have some facility to counsel them or support
Yes.
them, or do you have some entertainment inside the university is being
Yes.
done? What are those kind of things actually?
Okay, to start with, right, when they have taken the admission, they come here.
Okay.
Myself and Miss Gayatri will be available first day itself
Very good.
to try and speak to the parents, the students,
Okay.
explain them all the procedures,
Super.
so they feel better.
Okay.
Purposely, we have been based here
Okay.
in order to
Ensure that,
facilitate Indian students coming over.
That's
That's
super.
one.
That's great.
Second thing, there will be a detailed 2 weeks orientation program.
Okay.
That will be university wide across
Okay.
all students.
Okay.
We'll be facilitating. In that, we will also bring them for campus tours. We'll
Okay.
bring them for Singapore tour.
Yeah.
Very
So
very
more
great.
entertainment will be there as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that helps students to settle down comparatively easy.
Hmm.
Yeah. Thereafter, there'll be club drive takes place. So we have around 20 plus clubs in our university.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so music club, dance club, psychology, business clubs,
That's great.
all those
That'll be a
clubs.
good entertainment
International
too.
students வந்து இங்க நிறைய டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்றாங்க.
Hmm.
So apart from class right? They need to join some clubs and societies.
Correct,
Adunala
correct.
we have this club drive for them.
Okay.
They can join. We have students joining up to at least 3 clubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do they have to pay anything additionally
No,
for those clubs?
not at all.
So
Not at
all
all.
these clubs, any clubs whichever they are
Yeah.
interested, they are free to join.
Yes.
That's an amazing actually.
Yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you is like example, the attendance. When it comes to attendance, I understand some of the university look for international students 90% attendance and
Yeah.
all. What is the minimum attendance and how did this has an impact on the students if it is not there?
So, international students, they need 90% attendance.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So, apart from that, they need to be here, okay?
Okay.
And at the same time, okay, because when you are joining a UG or PG program,
Okay.
உங்களுக்கு வந்து நிறைய assignment இருக்கும் செய்யறதுக்கு.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. So, அதனாலே வந்து you still need to come to school, you need to have group discussion and
Correct.
everything.
Correct.
நம்மளுக்கு வந்து இங்க facilities இருக்கு.
Hmm.
2 student hubs இருக்கு.
Hmm.
So they are free to use the student hubs, okay, and they can watch movie as well, do their assignment,
Amazing.
do group work, yeah. So they are free to do what they want.
Okay.
We don't restrict them from anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if they have to, even the independent study, they have to be present in the college.
Yes,
and
they
do
need
that
to be
actually. They need
yeah,
to be present.
yeah, they need to be here.
So, and the next thing is one of the main thing which everybody look for career opportunities.
Yeah.
So, what kind of support James Cook University provide them for finding a right career for them actually?
So basically, right, we have a separate career assistant unit as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so from day one, it is not about starting your career after you graduate.
Okay.
Once you start day one a university program, right?
Yeah.
We will start preparing them.
That's great.
Example, success workshops will be delivered.
Okay.
Resume writing.
And resume writing
Oh,
or
that's great.
job search techniques,
Okay.
all those trainings will be provided to the students.
Okay.
Mock interviews with our industry partners,
That's great.
industrial visits
Okay.
will be done. And then, of course, we will have a career conventions,
Okay.
which is nothing but a career fair where around
Yeah.
30-35 companies will be visiting our campus,
That's great. So much.
participating.
அது ஒரு
Okay.
வருஷத்துக்கு at least நம்ம 3 வாட்டி பண்ணுவோம்.
Oh, 3 times in a
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
So you bring the corporates
Yes,
to
that's
the
right.
university.
Yes.
So they will go through the interview.
Yeah.
They will get the
Yeah,
placements. all
it's
the
like a
same.
mock interview
It'll
for
be
the
a mock.
students, yes.
Oh, so I mean, like after the interview, they may go through the next round.
Yes,
To the,
they can.
okay.
Possible.
Possible
Yes.
actually. That's good to know actually.
So they will be able, students will be able to meet all the corporates,
Okay.
understand more about the vacancies available,
Yeah.
see whether that is suitable for the student, and then they can apply for the same.
It's
as well.
amazing. How strong James Cook University alumni is actually?
We do have that as well. For example, we have alumni events coming up now
Very good.
on 22nd November, 23rd November, and 24th November
Okay.
in Chennai, Delhi, and Mumbai,
Mumbai.
Oh, 3
respectively.
places in India.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
correct.
that's amazing. That's
Because
amazing.
our student comes from wide state,
Yeah.
That's great.
in
That's
southern, north, as well as central India.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we do have this.
So one in Chennai, I will definitely take a time to visit
Please,
there actually.
please.
Please do so.
That's
You
great, that's
you are
great.
invited.
Great to know actually. So I mean, if you have to tell me, say these are all the 5 reasons, especially from students from Tamil Nadu or from India, as to choose. I mean, James Cook as a choice. What are all those things actually?
Language is one comfortable thing from Tamil Nadu.
Great.
Yeah. Second, student comes for our undergraduate program, which is shorter.
Yeah.
Academically, there is no sacrifice.
Okay.
But in terms of duration, yes,
If
it's
it's
shorter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. For undergrad and postgrad both.
Yeah. Okay.
Third thing would be course fees.
That's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
comparatively
It is
lower.
lesser. Okay.
Yeah. Fourth is nearby.
Yeah.
I would say
4
3.5-4 hours flight,
They can
and
reach out.
you.
I
Yeah.
must
And
say
that
the
too-
transport system here
Okay.
is very well.
Very
yeah.
good, very
so
good.
very good.
And one of the safest country.
Yeah, one of
And
the
I mean,
safest country.
yeah.
Yeah, and we are in between 2 metro stations, so
Oh, okay.
it's walking distance.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
very essential.
Okay. And the best thing you forgot is the food.
Of course.
yeah.
We have a canteen here actually,
Okay,
so
okay.
students, they don't need to go out to buy food. They
Oh,
can just
okay.
eat it.
Oh, okay.
We have
So-
canteen, we have sports facilities
Okay.
like
Yeah.
basketball court,
Okay.
volleyball court,
Oh, that's great.
are there as well.
Thanks for joining, sharing such a wonderful things with me actually. Looking forward, students, if you're looking at James Cook University, I'll give you in the description more details about it, how you can join about it. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Actually.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.